Hi guys, it's Laura. Today I am doing the first video of probably a 2-video series of question and answer. So I really wanted to do a question and answer for a while, but I just opened up the question and answer to my Facebook followers. So I know that not all of you like me on Facebook. So if you want to, it's www.facebook.com/ostomystory. And today, I'm just going to answer the couple of questions that I got that I haven't answered in previous videos, so I'm not repeating myself. So I will just go ahead and get started. How much do supplies cost you each month? So I am really lucky and I have really good health insurance through my dad's work. He did just retire, so I'm really nervous because now I'm kind of in this limbo where I don't know where I'm going to get my insurance from in the next year. Which is really nerve-wracking, especially with a pre-existing condition that is chronic. But I will, of course, keep you guys updated as that, starts to become more prevalent of a decision in my life. But right now, I probably pay for 10% of my ostomy supplies, and I do not buy them monthly because I like to get them shipped in like bulk so that I have a lot of them. And I probably order about 60 bags and maybe like 50 wafers because I do like to switch out the bag before the wafer, which lasts me for a really long time. And I think my last bill was about $500 something, but I ended up paying like $50, which was awesome. Health insurance is such a wonderful thing if you can get your hands on it. Yeah, so I order them in bulk, and they can be very, very pricey, but insurance does pay for them depending on your insurance. But I have United Healthcare insurance, if I didn't already say that. So the next question is, I've noticed in your videos that your output is very watery. Mine is not. Why is yours so watery? That could be due to a bunch of different things. I don't know if you have an end ileostomy or a colostomy or diverting ileostomy. So I have a diverting ileostomy, which means that none of your colon is being used, and there's a section of your small intestine that is also not being utilized. So you don't have a lot of intestine that the food goes through, so you don't have as much absorption going on. End ileostomies have the whole small intestine to absorb things with, and colostomies have the small intestine and part of the colon. So obviously the more intestine you have to utilize, the thicker your output will be, generally, because you have more intestine to absorb things and take away the water and everything. Also, I'm very bad about taking Imodium when I should. I probably take it twice a day where I should take it 4 times a day. And I lead a really busy life, and so I can't always eat before I drink, and so that is a big problem. When I do treat my body like I should, my output is a lot thicker, but I just lead a really busy life. The next one is, do you have regret days? Do you regret the surgery? And if you do, how do you deal with them? This one's hard. I was really sick, as all of you probably were too. It was my decision, kind of. So my doctor essentially told me, you are going to need surgery. You can either stay on steroids for another year and we can do it in a year, or we can do it now. But I had broken through steroids before that, and I was on a double dose of Remicade, and nothing was working, and I was pretty much just like not even living a normal life remotely. So when I do have days where I'm feeling sorry for myself, I don't know if I'd call them regret days per se, but when I have days where I'm feeling sorry for myself, I just like to give myself a reality check and look back at the past and see where I am now, and that in reality, yeah, I mean, I have a bag of stool on my side, and yeah, sometimes I have really tough days, but in comparison to the 2 years with my disease before all of this happened, I'm so much better. And I think that hindsight is really important when dealing with something that's chronic, because having something chronic can be so just frustrating and discouraging because you know that it's going to be lifelong. But when you look in hindsight to see how far you've come, that's really when I am like, okay, you know what, this is okay. I'm doing what I need to do, and it's not hopeless. So that's kind of how I deal with my like feeling sorry for me days. I think that actually this happened last night, and it wasn't a regret so much as like a realization. I was lying on my stomach, which I don't do very often just because I don't like to. And then all of a sudden, like, I just like, oh my God, I don't have an organ. Like, there's an organ missing. And I don't know why, but like a light went off. And I think that sometimes I lead such a busy life, I don't allow myself enough time to think about it. Yeah, so that was really weird, just like, and my stomach started feeling like really empty. I don't know how to describe it, but it started feeling really empty, and I was like, oh, this is weird. And then, yeah, I don't know. It was such a weird realization, and I just like kind of freaked out for a second, but then I, was like, you're fine. The next question, are there any obstacles with dating and having an ileostomy? I would say the only obstacles, with dating and having an ileostomy are the obstacles that you put up for yourself. So I have dated with an ileostomy. I've had my ostomy for almost a year and a half now. And I've had no problems with people thinking it's gross. I've had no problems with people like looking at me different. I do make sure that I know the person pretty well before I jump into dating them or telling them what's going on with me, just because you want to judge, their character a little bit before you tell them this really personal thing. The only obstacle that I guess it gives me is that I have a hard time relating to people who don't know what pain is. Not even just physical, but like emotional or something, like some sort of pain where they can relate to me having a bad day and, understand what it's like. So I guess that's the only obstacle it's really given me. But with an ostomy, I am not physically limited. I am not limited like sexually. I'm not limited like that at all. And if you pick the right people, really, it should not be a problem. And I know that's easier said than done because it is very intimidating telling someone for the first time. But really just, be confident and be happy with who you are on the inside and the outside. And then the other person will be happy with that too. And then the one personal question I got was, do you have a lucky guy? And this kind of goes along with my like having a hard time dating people, especially my age. No, I did a video a couple months ago with Andrew in it, and he was my boyfriend at the time. We broke up, but he is still running the half marathon through CCFA for me. It's called Team Challenge, and he raised $1,400 for Crohn's and colitis research, and is basically just a wonderful person. I feel terrible about it, but I've had a really tough time with my health lately, and also just feeling like when I'm young with a chronic illness, I want the confidence to know that I can handle things on my own. And that is kind of what I'm doing right now, is building confidence. While I still am an hour away from my parents and like 30 minutes away from my doctors, I want to build my confidence in knowing that I can take care of myself without relying on other people. And that is something that's very like internal and like stubborn of me, but it is what it is. So no, I do not have a lucky guy right now, and no, I'm not looking, but yeah, so I guess this is it for this video. I didn't get a lot of questions, but here's me opening up to all of my YouTube subscribers. I would love to do another one of these if you just want to post your questions below about health, about diet, about maintenance of your ostomy, about personal life with an ostomy, about anything. I will answer anything. Promise I won't be shy. So I think that's it. Sorry if this video dragged a little bit. I am avoiding studying for finals right now. Okay, guys, so I'm going to put this up, and hopefully I'll get a bunch of really good questions, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.